The Big 12 Conference is heating up in a way that's got football fans on the edge of their seats. Imagine the stakes of a nail-biting playoff race, with just 1 week left in the regular season. As we wrap up Week 13 of the 2025 college football year, ESPN has dropped their latest power rankings for all 16 teams in the Big 12, sparking debates that could fuel endless discussions. But here's where it gets controversial. These rankings aren't just about past performances. They're a sneak peek into what might unfold in the championship game and beyond. What if an underdog surprise flips everything? Stick around to see how ESPN sees it, and get ready for some eye-opening insights into why certain teams are poised for glory while others are scrambling to salvage the season. To keep things simple, especially for newcomers to college football, let's break down what these rankings are based on. ESPN uses a tool called FPI, short for Football Power Index, which is like a crystal ball for predicting how teams might fare in future games. It's not just looking back at wins and losses, it factors in things like offensive strength, defensive prowess, and even how teams perform against stronger opponents. Think of it as a smart algorithm that helps forecast who could dominate come playoff time, giving a forward-looking perspective rather than just a recap of what's already happened. With only 1 week to go, teams have a tiny window to tweak their standings, but for now, here's ESPN's take on the Big 12 pecking order, straight from their latest rankings. Check it out at https://www.espn.com/college-football/FPI/college-group/4. Kicking things off at the top is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Learn more at https://www.on3.com/college-Texas-Tech-Red-Raiders, boasting an impressive 10-1 overall record and a solid 7-1 in conference play. Fresh off a well-deserved bye week, they are perched right at the summit, and honestly, it's hard to argue. Barring a shocking defeat to a talented Arizona State squad, they've been nearly untouchable. Their final game pits them against a rising West Virginia team, where they'll be the clear underdog's nightmare, setting them up for the Big 12 championship and potentially even the college football playoff. Dive deeper into that at https://www.on3.com/category/college-football-playoff/news. Of course, avoiding any last-minute twists will be key, but the Red Raiders look primed to keep their momentum rolling. Right behind them are the Utah Utes. Explore their story at https://www.on3.com/college-Utah-Utes, clocking in at 9-2 overall and 6-2 in the conference. They've ridden a wave of 4 straight victories, highlighted by explosive offensive shows. Think racking up 51 points just last week, and hitting at least 45 in each of their recent outings, even topping 50 thrice. Yet, the hurdles are real. 2 conference setbacks against heavyweights Texas Tech and BYU, who seem destined for a championship clash. To crash that party, Utah needs an upset from one of those rivals and a must-win against Kansas. It's a classic underdog tale of needing a little luck and a lot of firepower to punch their ticket. Holding strong in third are the BYU Cougars. Get the full scoop at https://www.on3.com/college-BYU-Cougars, with a near-flawless 10-1 overall mark and 7-1 in Big 12 action. Their only slip-up came on the road against Texas Tech, but they've bounced back with a few more conference triumphs, keeping them firmly in the playoff conversation. Their last matchup is against UCF, who are chasing bowl eligibility, and the Cougars are heavily favored to deliver. A victory there could propel them to the conference title game, and who knows, maybe even the CFP. Talk about a fairy tale ending to a season. Sneaking into 4th place quietly, but impressively, are the Arizona Wildcats. Read their rise at https://www.on3.com/college/Arizona-Wildcats at 8-3 overall and 5-3 in the league. They've turned heads with 4 wins in a row, including a decisive thrashing of Baylor recently, earning them this spot in ESPN's eyes. They're itching for a signature win over rival Arizona State in a road game that could push them past the double-digit win mark and into bowl territory. For a team that was rebuilding, this bounce back is nothing short of inspiring. Coming in 5th are the Iowa State Cyclones. Follow their journey at https://www.on3.com/college/Iowa-State-Cyclones, standing at 7-4 overall and 4-4 in conference play. After gracing the Big 12 championship stage last year, they aimed high again, but at this split record, it's a tough climb. Still, 2 consecutive wins have boosted their standing, and their final game against a struggling Oklahoma State could secure a winning conference finish. It's a reminder that momentum can change everything in college football. 6th on the list are the TCU Horned Frogs. Check out their ups and downs at https://www.on3.com/college/TCU-Horned-Frogs, with a 7-4 record overall and 4-4 in the Big 12. High hopes greeted them this season, but a recent skid, losing 2 of their last 3, has them right back at even in conference games, despite a win over Houston. Their season ends against Cincinnati, a squad that's exceeded expectations, so it'll be a test of resilience. And if you're wondering why teams like this don't always live up to the hype, that's the part most people miss. Injuries and scheduling can derail even the best-laid plans. 7th are the Arizona State Sun Devils. Relive their glory at https://www.on3.com/college/Arizona-State-Sun-Devils at 8-3 overall and 6-2 in the conference. Last year, they conquered the Big 12 and marched into the CFP, but this time, they are fighting through injury woes that might explain their current ranking. A win against rival Arizona, paired with some favorable results elsewhere, could vault them back into championship contention. It's a testament to their pedigree that they're not out of the race yet. Anything could happen with 1 game left. 8th are the Kansas State Wildcats. Track their tough year at https://www.on3.com/college/Kansas-State-Wildcats, sitting at 5-6 overall and 4-4 in conference play. What started as a promising campaign turned frustrating fast, with early derailments and 2 losses in their last 3 games. Now, they are gunning for bowl eligibility in their finale against Colorado, another team battling through a rough patch. For fans, it's a story of perseverance. Can they turn it around in the nick of time? 9th come the Cincinnati Bearcats. Celebrate their progress at https://www.on3.com/college/Cincinnati-Bearcats, with a 7-4 overall record and 5-3 in the Big 12. This marks their strongest showing since joining the conference, but 3 straight defeats against top-tier foes have tested their resolve. Their road game against TCU offers a chance to finish strong, and both teams could use the boost. Imagine the bragging rights if they end on a high note. 10th are the Kansas Jayhawks. See their struggles at https://www.on3.com/college/Kansas-Jayhawks at 5-6 overall and 3-5 in conference play. A tough loss to Iowa State last week capped 4 defeats in 5 games, dragging down their ESPN ranking and complicating their path to bowl eligibility. They need that elusive 6th win in their last outing against a powerhouse Utah squad. It's a classic example of how a losing streak can snowball, but one big game could change everything. 11th, the Baylor Bears. Follow their season at https://www.on3